Howdy folks, my name is Teri, and back by popular demand, we're doing a slower step-by-step guide on the Rebels that I did a quick tutorial for all three of these guys, as well as a slower step-by-step. I'm going to do each one of them individual. The Hoth one is already up if you want to check that out, and when I post the Endor one, that will be linked down in the cards as well as the description of this video. The first step to painting the Rebels is to prime in bone. It's a quick step, it's easier to build up color on a lighter color base, as well as the fact that, especially with this Scarif model, I'm going to use that bone as an actual color on the model. So you can see there, his vest is not actually a different color than that bone with the wash on top. For the paints, I'm going to be using Rucksack Tan, Umbral Umber, Crixbane Highlight, Guncore Brown. I'm going to use a strong tone, and I'm also going to use a dark tone. On top of that, I'm also going to use a flesh tone. Use whatever flesh you want. I've got Idrian flesh, which is the flesh that's always on hand for me. And the first step is to paint the flesh. For this model, it's on the face. Wherever your Rebel Troopers have flesh, throw paint on it. I focus on the face first though, because oftentimes it is the most recessed part of the model and it's easiest to fix, but hardest to actually get a paintbrush in it when everything around is already painted. Next step we're going to paint is the Rucksack Tan on the shirt. Now because I'm keeping the vest ivory, I'm going to pay careful attention, be a little more careful around the vest, but when I'm painting onto other areas that I know I'm going to add paint on afterwards, like the gloves, I'm not going to be too careful. I'm going to actually overextend the border of the shirt onto the gloves a little bit. And what that means is when I come in with the glove color, I'm going to paint it up to the edge and I'll just have a seamless transition and border between the two colors. Now I'm going to paint light brown on the gloves, the boots, and the belt. Again, I'm not going to be too careful with the boots to avoid getting it up on the pants because I'm going to paint the pants a color anyways, and I'm going to extend that border up onto the pants so I have a seamless border. But around the gloves, where I'm up close to the vest and the shirt that's already painted, I'm going to be more careful. When I'm painting the belt, where I'm painting up at the top where the shirt and the vest are, I'm going to be more careful than I am at the bottom of the belt, where I'm going to be painting the pant color on top of whatever mistakes I make. So I'm not going to be too fussy or worried in that respect. As you get better at painting, this is going to become easier and second nature to you. Now we're going to paint the dark brown on the pants, the hat, and the backpack straps. Again, I'm going to clean up the borders by extending that brown paint line right up to the boots, right up to the belt, and we'll have a nice clean border. I'm going to paint the hat. Again, I'm going to try to be careful if I'm coming up against the back of the neck where the shirt and the vest are. But in terms of like anything else, I'm just going to add the paint on and let it go. And with the backpack straps, again, I'm going to try to be very careful around the vest and the shirt. And when I come around to the back of the backpack where the straps meet the backpack, I know I'm putting paint on the backpack next, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now we're going to put gray on the backpack and on the weapons. Now this particular model has a weapon on the backpack. The backpack itself is going to be gray, and the gun in his hands is going to be gray. We're going to wash this down dark at the end, so it kind of has this blacker tone, which is very Star Wars in terms of how that universe colors these particular equipment objects, but that's going to be given a little more depth with the gray base. Now we're going to wash the tans, the beiges, the flesh, those lighter brown colors with some strong tone. It'll bring in the shadows and the shades and depth of the model, and it works really well. It does a lot of work. And at the end, we're going to wash the dark browns and the grays with dark tone, and on the grays it'll look almost black, and on the browns it'll give you that nice shadow and crease, again giving you depth on the model. And that's it, we're done. With the Scarif models, you can play with the colors. There's a little more flexibility in the unit, and so my personal unit has a lot more variation, but I use the same color family to kind of tie them all together. Paint them how you want. Use this as inspiration or some guidance. Just get paint on the models. You'll lose the fear the more you practice. So I hope you do it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like what you see, do the YouTube things, and thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you soon.